Welcome in to episode 10 of our Let's Play Ara History Untold series, where we are unpacking the game, learning all of the nuances and ins and outs of a 4X strategy, grand strategy style game. Last episode was a debacle? I'm not sure. Tragedy has befallen our Empire of Mexico, and today we'll find out what the end result of all that is. If you need to catch up on all the happenings, including the craziness of last episode, all the way through the entire series, the link in the description below will take you to episode 1, and you catch up on all of the action that has happened so far, all the strategies we've gone over, perhaps mistakes we've made, but also successes that we've had to be in the lead here on turn 88 in Ara History Untold. All that said, let's jump in and see how we can recover from the last episode's worth of tragedy. Here we are, once again back in our capital of Ciudad de Mexico, and look, we lost a city. There's no easy way to say it. Our lovely level 5 was five level city, 5 population, with five territories, I believe. Our third largest city burnt to the ground over the course of a couple of turns. We learned a lot of valuable lessons, including the fact that having just single units around to interrupt sieges, just to force a fight over the course of a couple turns, just to draw out a siege a little bit, even if that unit is going to go down, you're going to save the city. I'm not sure I love the city raising mechanic. To raise a city, to siege a city and take it over, and then be able to raise the entire city, all of the attachments, all simultaneously, the mechanic feels odd. Like, I could see taking over a city, that's fine, but to be able to raise the entire thing and just delete it off the planet in one turn after having sieged it, I don't know, like, how are that amount of destruction, just it's kind of crazy how much that works. Also not a huge fan of the mechanics of the defensive fights. We were attacking the city of New Agra. We were besieging the city. There were no troops in the city. And then they had an army come in and to defend the city, but we're already attacking. So they're coming in to attack us. We're besieging the city. And then they somehow come in and get whatever the defender's bonus is, attacking on their own land. And so now all of a sudden they're part of the city defense, and we end up with a bad situation. But they're attacking us. We should have defender's advantage in that particular case. And I'm not sure how the exact mechanics of the game work. I need to look into the details of all of that, but I'm a little frustrated with the way that fights work. I also don't like that they're just all or nothing. It's literally just like a fight occurs over the next few turns. Unless you reinforce that fight, the fight is predetermined. There's no maneuvering. There's no who hits first. There's like nothing. It's just like math. It's just like predetermined fighting. It just feels a little bit like there could be something more there. There could be something more nuanced. And I know that Oxide has repeatedly said, like, this is not a war game. It doesn't centralize around fighting. I just feel like the mechanics here are lacking, like, just a little bit. It's not like, nothing egregious, just like slightly frustrating things. I also think that for our purposes here, we are going to need to go all in on this war. We've got 12 turns left on this war. This army is going to lose this fight because they're going to lose in 3 turns is what the maths say. And so our army gets there in 3 turns. So on the 3rd turn, we will lose a wedge, and our second wedge will come in and hopefully be able to get the win. We have a wedge up here that in 3 turns is also going to win a fight. But because we're losing one of our wedges in this fight, which we should never lose. I don't understand the loss. The loss here is mind-boggling to me. We have a fully vested wedge formation coming out of 100 security city using better units than what they have, and their random battalion is going to best my wedge formation. I don't know how the maths work out on that. I don't know. He must have a 100 security city as well, because he has to be getting bonuses to that army. There's no way. Otherwise, my wedge formation should, we got, everything is set up to be successful here. And for some reason, his battalion of 3, he's got a swordsman and 2 spearmen, I think, is going to beat my wedge. Again, the math seems very confusing. We have very powerful wedge formations out, and they're not able to hold their own against just randomly put together battalions. It just feels off to me. But maybe it's just because I haven't experienced enough fighting and war in this game, which is what this series is all about. We're experiencing it right now, and so let's rock and roll. Let's see how everything goes. I'm gonna change my strategy here, but I want to get this dock in. It's 3 turns, and I realize, it's really tough. The dock is gonna get us a really nice production bonus, right? We're gonna get 10% city production bonus. We're gonna get to 15 when we put an expert in that. So we're gonna have 15% production bonus in our docks, and then we'd be able to build units faster. The question is, should we just build the units, right? Like, do we just go into starting to craft our next thing? We know we're gonna lose. We know we're gonna lose one of our wedges, and so do we just start crafting our next set of units? And the other question is, like, do we craft some horsemen? We just do like a battalion of horsemen and just get them kind of like running around. Problem is that he's generating spearmen, like he's putting spearmen out there, and so I don't think that's a really great idea since we'd be fighting into anti-cav units. So I think we just go back into swordsmen again, right? I like the idea of getting the docks finished and then cranking out another one. I just something about it says, my gut is telling me that he's just cranking out like really cheap battalions that are apparently going to compare to my not so cheap battalions. So my thought is, like, maybe we should just start getting out our own, like, maybe we just need to go into our military. So we just go swordsman. We just go swordsman right away. Our capital is training a settler to replace our city that got burnt down. So we're going to get him up there. And then our capital can start training the archers. We'll get another wedge out as soon as we can. We'll probably even try to buy that out, just like we did with our last one. So we'll see. We'll see how things go here. We will burn down New Agra. I have no concern about the fact that will happen unless he heavily reinforces into this. Like, we will win. We're going to lose this fight, but then our unit's going to come in. He's going to be damaged. We're going to take that fight. So my concern comes when it takes too long to get this fight over with, and then all of a sudden he's got another battalion coming in, and we don't get to get the burn in. This unit will be able to reinforce into that to some degree, but then I think we need another wedge. So that's what I'm going to go for. We're gonna just lock and load for another wedge. I don't think it would be useful to build a unit here, just because. Oh, in fact, they need to do their dwelling. In 1 turn, they're going to grow, and then they're not even going to have... So it would be pointless to start building here. We actually need to get this dwelling in. We should buy it out. We actually mistimed all of that. So they grew a little faster than we thought, and now they're actually going to grow and stagnate. So we got to get the dwelling in there, so that's probably a good thing we check that. And then we have the city really far to the north. My current line of thinking is, if everything goes smoothly and we don't run into like a massive amount of military pressure from India, we beat this unit, we burn New Agra down, and I think we walk and burn New Delhi down as well. I did a little checking, and it appears, if I'm correct, it appears that his palace is actually over here in Meerut, and so Meerut would be the one that we would want to take over and keep, which is fine by me, which means we could just go burn Delhi down. And just leave Meerut for maybe another war. I don't know if in 12 turns we'll get enough to be able to do that. Again, if everything goes smoothly, we burn New Agra down, and then all of our wedges converge on Delhi, and we'll just burn that down too. Retribution, if you will. But that requires everything to go smoothly, so that's what I'm kind of thinking. And then eventually we just go take Meerut, because it's got the palace in it, and that gives us the city cap bonus that we're looking for, to be able to just take it. I think we just burn these down. Whether we burn Delhi down on this particular war will determine on kind of speed and things like that, but we should have the ability to declare war again relatively quickly, because we didn't declare this war. I don't know how the mechanics of that work exactly either. There's probably a cooldown on our side as well, but all right, let's keep rocking and rolling. Keeping an eye on everything. Once again, if we check this, we're going to lose in 1 turn. We're just not. Oh, we're going to lose in 1 turn now. So we're actually going to lose faster now than our guys even getting there to the fight. So somehow that battle has gone even worse than we thought. This is victory in 2, so they're going to lose this. Again, I don't know how the maths work. I don't understand that at all. This was a loss in 3, that we ended turn, and now it's a loss in 1. But they didn't put anything into this fight. So I don't know what the... I don't understand. I don't understand the mechanics there. How was it a loss in 3? Nothing about this battle changed, and now all of a sudden it's a loss in 1? I don't know what numbers adjusted. Maybe his city got more security. Maybe our city lost security. We're still at 100. Again, like the dynamics of it are kind of lost to me at this point. All right, we got caches like crazy up here, so that's great. Let's just go grab some caches. We got a scout up on this weird little peninsula, so we'll see what's going on up there. That might be land we end up, you know, going and trying to grab at some point. I have no idea. We'll see. We'll see as we go. All right, we got a military force. We already know that military force. We have another one. We're fighting. Both of those fights are going down, and then we'll see what happens. We've got our wedge coming in. This spearman is healing, and I guess we'll just use him for other purposes. Okay. Oh, the spearman lost 40 health while hunting the tiger. But the tiger's gone now, so he's good. We can now select him and just tell him to wait until healed. Again, once the war is over, we'll go get some other hunts done with him. Okay, we got our settler out. We're just gonna go back to the exact same spot. Here's the problem that's gonna happen. Here's the major problem. They just grew to 5. I am almost 100% sure he's just gonna take this territory. We're gonna. Oh my gosh, it's gonna get real. This is gonna get real messy real fast here. I'm gonna move him up towards this. This is our spot, right? I'm gonna move him up here. They just grew to 5, and I almost guarantee you they take this because it's a really nice territory. It doesn't have any resources, but it's like a 5 zone or whatever. They're just gonna grab this, right? And then all of a sudden we don't have a city settle spot, and then we have a settler that we've got to find yet another place like up in here, I guess, to settle. Maybe we even just push over here. I don't even know anymore. We're flying by the seat of our pants at this point. Population milestone in the capital. We are building our palace, which means we have like settlers that we could build like crazy here. But we're gonna switch off of that because I want to get another wedge out. Although maybe I shouldn't be making wedges. We're gonna go archers, and we're probably just gonna go double archers, to be honest, out of this. I don't think any of our other places are gonna be able to build archers any faster, so I think we just go archers out of the capital. Let's try to get as much production as possible. So let's go herbal medicine for more health in that spot. And then we have experts ready to go. We still don't have docks actually here either, which is kind of an interesting thing to think about. Okay, so we got granary and grain. We got our lumber mill has got that on there, which we want. And then arguably we just put this on. So we just go back here to get extra gold. With our expert, we didn't get a growth. No growth at level 9. So we had to hit level 9. Level 9 doesn't get a growth. You can always check up here. When you look here, you can see we're at level 9. So we don't see what level 9 got us, which was just an expert. But at level 10, you get a claim, right, from 7 to 8. You get experts from 5 to 6. Amenity slots don't change. We got an amenity slot with this last one. Your research goes up, your city production goes up, and your tax multiplier goes up at level 10, right? So just things to think about as you're going up is that not every level that you grow in your city will net you a territory claim, right? Not all of them do. And not all of them get you an expert, and not all of them get you an amenity slot, right? So just every level has their own things. It's the same across everybody, but every level has their own things that you'll want to think about as you're going through. Level 9 is one of those ones that does not get you a territory claim. Where this really can hurt you is when you're trying to plan for like a triumph build and you need to get a claim of territory to put that triumph in, and you're thinking you're going to get one because your city's going to grow, and then it's level 9 and you don't get that claim. So just be aware of what those growth mechanisms are and what the rewards are for those, because I think that will obviously that'll help make sure that you have what you need when you're going to build those triumphs and things like that. Okay, so we have production going on archers. We have production going on our swordsmen. The swordsman buyout is going to be expensive, right? 118 over here right now. This probably is not. We could probably buy this out for 150. Actually, so it is 150 here, and it was what, only. What was it over here? Oh, I just pressed the button. Hold on, we can unpress it. 118. So we get the swordsman out. We actually get the swordsman out pretty quick. What's the production in this city? 21. And what's the production in Neza? 16. Yeah, so we should. Oh, because they have turns already. That's why this one is cheap. So yeah, we're gonna buy out this archer and get that archer out, and then we'll probably save up and then buy out the other archer as well to get this wedge formation out as quickly as possible. Again, we'll deploy them from Neza for that 100% security bonus. Yeah. Okay. This city has grown, and now Oh, but they won't stagnate. I thought they were growing to stagnation. That's why I'm putting the swelling in. Did I run the math on that all wrong? I thought they were sitting at 4 of 5 already. Anyway, so we will make a claim. We know we're burning all this down, so we're just gonna make the best possible claim. I mean, it's kind of like this 5. This 5 might be the claim. I think it is. It's the best. That's our best territory. Or the other thing we could do is we could save this claim. We could save this claim for this territory, because when we burn this down, this territory with all of its lovely things will become available. So that actually, I think that's what we might do. I might save the claim on Callion here, and then once we burn this down, then we'll get our claim out. Like, that's actually what I'm gonna do. Okay. Craft queue is empty. We are cranking away on lots of things. We have extras of everything. Let's do a thing really quick. This is how I like to do my workshops later on in the game. So we only have 2 workshops right now, not very many. We need more. We need to build more workshops. Well, I strike that. We had more workshops. We just had a city get burnt down, right? So we want to look at what we're building. Currently, we're building nothing. And I like to look at what I have excess of, right? So if I have excess plows, that means we got policies are in place. We have excess rope. We have excess wheels, lithic tools, and baskets. So like, we're doing good on all of those. We don't need any of them. We have the ability to access metal tools now, so we should be building metal tools if at all possible. And then anything that has a 0 next to it is something that I might consider wanting to build, right? If I don't have something I'm going for a particular wonder or something like that. So I think what we will do is, you know what I want to think about? I actually want to, let's debate something really quick, because I found out an interesting fact about a wonder. A wonder that I had neglected because I didn't think it was very good. Turns out is actually quite good. The Great Pyramids of Giza are much better than they appear. So when you look at the Great Pyramids of Giza, and again, my head is a little bit in the way, but the only effect that the Pyramids of Giza have listed is 150 prestige on completion, kind of standard operating procedure for most triumphs in the game, and then plus 20 city prosperity. 20 city prosperity is nice, but it's not great. Like, it's not fantastic. So I always was like, if I build it, that's fine. It turns out, if you dig in a little bit more, for instance, in another game when I actually built it, the pyramids have 3 expert slots. And when you slot experts into the pyramid, it gets you 5, 10, and then 15 build and craft production in your city that the pyramids is in. And those numbers are astronomically good. Like, that's amazing. Now, you have to spend 3 of your experts on it, but those are insane value out of an expert. 5, your first expert is 5 build production and 5 craft production. Your second one that goes up to 10, and your third one that goes up to 15. Both craft production in the city, all craft production, and builds in the city. Get that production. So again, think about this for a second. In our capital city, right? In our capital, we currently have 21 production. If you get pyramids and put 3 experts into the pyramids, you get 15 production. We're talking about like a near doubling of our production value, right? Now, we don't have 3 experts in this city. Well, actually, sorry, we do. We have 5 experts in the city, so we can immediately switch over to that. We'd lose some production for taking people out of some certain things, right? But the gains are enormous. So really, we want to think about how do we get to pyramids, because pyramids would be really nice to have. So when we're looking at this, and why we're looking at it, so if we were to look at pyramids, we need lithic tools and rope and pots. So what we want is to be able to get lithic tools, ropes, and pots. So let's start maybe edging our way towards that with one of our workshops, and the other one I think we'll do metal tools. So again, I like to go over here into the national economy screen to manage this now, because I can see what each workshop is working on. It's not as effective with just 2, but when you have like 8 of them or something like that, it's nice to be able to see what they're building so that you can cross compare with what you might want to build in some of your other ones. So we do need some metal tools, and this city's gonna have more craft production, I'm relatively certain. Now, the real thing is, like, we don't have a lot of metal ingots, so we're not gonna be able to boost this very much, but we'll throw metal ingots in for now. We'll also throw some materials in as well. I'm going to keep the wealth going. I don't want to use wealth right now to build these, but I'm just gonna literally set this one to craft metal tools. I think we're just gonna like rock metal tools because they're one of the most important things to kind of make you move through the rest of your improvements and builds, and they're required for a lot of different things moving forward. So right now we're just gonna set this to infinite on metal tools. Now our other workshop is where we're gonna start working towards some of those other things that we might want. So we need lithic tools, right? We need lithic tools we needed 10 of them, I believe. So we want to go ahead and we have 4. So let's get 6 lithic tools out to be able to put towards the pyramids if we so choose to build them, right? I think that's going to be a good play for us as we kind of work through this. Now we need an iron mine. We need to figure out where our iron is. We need to get iron mines down. That's another thing. I think do we have iron? Yeah, we do. Where is our iron? Did we figure that out on our last play? There's iron up here. Maybe we just have to go like settle iron. We may not have iron in our entire empire as well. This spawn is getting increasingly sus. Lack of grain, lack of iron. Okay, here's all the iron. Okay, so if they expand here, I guess we send our settle up here. We just send a settle up here, and we just go for iron. Because without iron, we're not going to be able to do iron, the metal ingots from a blacksmith. And without iron ingots, we're not going to be able to craft hardly anything. Oh, man. I am shocked at the lack of iron on this entire section of the continent. I mean, that's reason for war alone, is just to go get access to iron. Like, if we needed it. They don't have any iron either. Fascinating. Okay. Settlers was created, they're moving, we already know that. Claim generated in this. Oh yeah, we were gonna just I think the play is just claim this. Oh no, sorry. We were not gonna claim anything. Cancel. We're holding that. That's what we decided. Okay. We're about to lose this lose this unit. There it goes. Deaded. I cannot believe that a battalion of a swordsman and 2 spearmen beat a fully security increased wedge formation of a swordsman and 2 archers. Spearmen are anti-cav. How are they better than my units? Do not understand. And then they'll come out and attack. This time they'll die because they're damaged. But that is... Alright, we got a metal tool. We're off and running with metal tools now. Our spearman is healing up. We won this. Oh, this battle ended a turn early too. So again, maths be darned. What the game is telling you be darned. This battle ended an extra turn early as well. So there so here's the thing. This was a battalion of spearmen. The other one has a swordsman. This was a battalion of spearmen that we crushed. Like absolutely demolished. Just the fact that they had a swordsman to match my swordsman apparently just made the fight. I don't understand. I don't get it. All right, so we burnt that down, and now we want to come across, and I guess maybe we just go push Delhi with these guys. I'm not even sure. Let's just get them. We want to heal them up, but they can just. How much damage do they have? 243. They'd heal in just a couple turns, so we don't really need to even redirect them into our territory. Let's just send them down like here. Maybe they can heal like here-ish. So I'm just gonna move them. I'm gonna move them. Just. Turn by turn. We'll just move them around. In case we run into like a wandering battalion over here, we'll just move them around ourselves. Italy would like a research agreement. I accept. Thank you for the extra research. All right, we got our reserves are added. We're jumping over here. We got archers. We can rush them for $150. Done. Archers rushed. There, we spent all of our gold. Between the settler and our 2 armies, we spent all of our gold. This swordsman's still not out for another 3 turns, but we'll have the archers will be waiting for this guy to get done. We might even be able to rush this guy next turn with the 46 gold we have left, and then get him out on the turn early. So we'll pay attention to that, and then we'll see how this fight ends up happening. Did these guys grow? Where did they grow to? Oh, they pushed further south. Oh my gosh, look how close to us they're getting with their settle. They pushed further south. All right. Hey, Italy, look. I'm not worried about you right now. Do I want to go to war with you? Sure, but we're just gonna chill for a little bit, I think. All right, we can now build our monument building, right? Which is something we will do once we've got the stuff we want. I honestly think I'm gonna grab siege warfare, just in case we want to just start cranking bowmen or something like that. I mean, there's a million things we could go get, right? Hospitality for the inn. I'm like sincerely debating just go to siege warfare at this point. I'm gonna click it just for battle's sake, you know? Okay, this fight has been initialized in New Agra. We will win this in 2 turns. Again, whatever. That last fight, who knows? Who knows what the deal was with that last fight? I'm completely unsure of what actually occurred there. All right, we've discovered a supply and got a wheel. That's not bad. Friendly to close with Italy. Our spearman is healing up. Got minor gains in battle. Our unit is idle. I'm just gonna go grab this. I wonder what this piece of land does. This is a fascinating piece of land. I love this. This is such a cool little spot on the map. All right, this unit, yeah, we're gonna move this guy. We're just gonna keep him moving over. We'll cut him back down, and then, heck, we're gonna make our way over to Delhi. I'll check his military score once we defeat this battalion. We'll check his military score. All right, we got archer in reserves. This guy's order was interrupted for the fight. We knew that was going to happen, and then we are right. Well, let's see if we can do this. We can 27 to get this guy out an extra turn faster. Done. Spend the gold. We've got it. We might as well spend it, right? All right. Next turn. Battle won. So that battle got won an extra turn earlier too. That battle was over in like one shot. So now we siege the city again. And then this wedge and our next wedge, which are ready, we got that's out. We get the 2 wedges are going to converge on Delhi. This one we'll be able to join too, because that burn's not going to take very long. We're about to get retribution. We had 7 turns to burn Delhi down. Crafting a bunch of stuff. And another how did India not get up here and find this? 3 caches. Oh my goodness. An unknown nation has declared a skirmish on India? Now India is at war with multiple people? Did Italy? No, it's an unknown nation. What is Italy? Or what is... That was India, right? Not Italy? Oh man. India's in trouble. They poked what they did not know was going to turn into a bear. I didn't know I was going to turn into a bear. I hate going to war in these kind of games. But I'll do it, clearly. This was a quick and easy fight, man. We dominated that one. It's the same. It is the same. They were damaged. I take, like, right? But it was the same fight, and we beat them in 1 turn. All right, this guy's moving across. I do want to heal him up to get to health, so I do want to cut him this way. So we'll cut down through here. Oh, and then let's check. Let's check. This is. I do think this is like somewhat cheating, to be honest, to be able to go in here and go to military strength, but. Ashoka still has a 95 military strength to our 54. So he is indeed cranking units still. Although maybe that's not updated with this last unit being dead, because it might not calculate till the end of turn, so that might go down. But he's got a couple more battalions out there. So we are going to run into more battalions, I believe. All right, the settlers here, I honestly think I'm just going to put it in the same spot. Like, we're just going to go right here again, right? Because this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5. This one's also technically a 5. But this pushes me closer to kind of the stuff that I want. Oh, they grabbed this 1 territory too. Hey, that's fine. That 1 territory was kind of trash, eh? We're good with that. Okay, so we're just gonna, you know, resettle our city. I gotta remember the name of that city so we can call it New whatever that city was. Reserves added. Let's get these out in a wedge formation. Get another wedge out. Archers. We deploy at Aneza. And we will have our 3 once again wedges off and running. These guys are going into docks. That is totally fine. We're going back into palace with them. That's fine as well. And honestly, what are these guys doing? These guys are building a dwelling. I'm not sure. Don't need the dwelling here. Probably just put a farm in. We have, oh gosh. Yeah. We should have put this farm in as soon as we had access to it. Let's get this farm in. We don't have access to irrigated farms yet, do we? We do, but we don't have the metal tools to do it. This farm will go in a lot faster anyway, so it's fine. All right, let's get, yeah, we need more grain, so let's get that up and running. That feels like that will be nice. New Agra burn should be, hopefully they're doing that. I'm not sure if they can even until the next turn. All right, we go next turn. There we go, they're burning it down. Perfect. City founded. It refounded at the same name. New Coahuila, in honor of our original Coahuila, which was brutally burnt to the ground. Throw a feast in there, which we get them crafting. Right. Let's go here. We need someone to make feast actually. Yeah. So go ahead and get on the feast train. Spend the wealth on that. We definitely could. Let's at least spend this wealth on it. And we immediately go into, technically we could go into a settler here if we wanted to, because we're building a palace, but that's gonna take too many turns. So we'll go straight into just a dwelling again. And we'll switch it to a farm as soon as we get to expand out to something that's gonna have a farm. Okay. There's the city. City is back. We're recovering slowly but surely. Italy's got in the way of my, yeah, well, Italy keeps on claiming territory directly next to me and us next to them, so it's fine. An unknown nation in India has ended. So India was at war with someone else. We only have 5 turns left. We're not going to get Delhi burned to the ground, are we? We're not going to, they're not going to make it over there fast enough. We're going to have to declare a second war. I don't know how fast we're going to be able to do that. All right, dwelling was completed here. That's important because they were actually about to hit their population cap, right? So we wanted that for sure. We have quite a few options. Oh, growth. We're holding on growth, sorry. But I do want to start our next build, right? Oh, no, they're queuing into the farm. Back into the farm. Okay, that's totally. You guys do your thing. Get your farm in. That's fine. Dwelling is complete. Gathering hall has been constructed. We set that one up already. Spearman is fully healed, and I'm not seeing any units up here, so I'm just going to have the spearmen begin to move in this direction to go get some more hunts done. Grain store's being consumed. We're going to go grab this one. This guy's going to... I don't know if we could just... Should we just move straight there? We're damaged. I don't want to lose another unit. And again, it's not like I could retreat them, so I kind of need to put them in here. Let's go here first, though. Let's go this way so we can see more. All right. Event secrets and lies, but lies you spell funny.
So
perfect. I would love an exchange of knowledge. +1 relationship with them puts us up to the top so we can get them to join us. And +5 health in all cities for 20 turns. That's not bad at all. So make that exchange. We'd love for the Damon tribe to join us. Our units are mustering. And let's do a quick check. Our palace is going in, and we do not mind that at all. We're actually perfectly fine with this. And then I guess we'll build another settler. We're gonna, as soon as the palace goes in, we get access to another settler, right? So I don't know where we're settling that settler yet, but we're gonna just get him out there and start to run up another settle. I mean, I guess technically we don't have to. We could just go, if we could just take Delhi, we could just keep it. It's a big city. Maybe we don't crank that settler right away. We just burn New Agra down and then keep Delhi, and then eventually we just keep Meerut as well. That would be the other option, right? Now, we don't get our bonus expert, which is a bummer, but a city as big as Delhi, at 6 population, might be worth keeping, depending on how poorly they've managed it as an AI. So we'll find out, I guess. Here we go. We have taken the city of New Agra. We have to decide their fate. We're going to do that right away. Hey, what's up? We're going to raise your city to the ground. Destroy it. This guy's going to move. How many turns? We have 4 turns, so we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd just be starting the burn, so it's going to have to be a second war. And I don't know how long we have to wait to declare that war. Oh my gosh, there's another cache. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 caches on this peninsula that they never went and got. We're no longer receiving grains from Italy. We're no longer receiving anything from Italy. Oh, Italy, come on. Get some bread? Bread you can get every 3 turns? I'll take some bread. We can have some extra rope. I mean, I guess I could take rope. We need rope in order to build the wonder we want to build. I'm not actually sure we're getting much out of this trade. Like, I don't know how many of these trade routes are actually being completed and how many are, you know, I'm just, I'm unsure. All right. Palace is done. There it is. There's our palace. A lovely looking palace. And we will have an extra city cap on the next turn. Early over city cap, actually, because we captured this one, but that's fine. Thus, we have some idle units. Here is our brand new wedge formation. I'm just going to start moving them. Let's just tell them to go. Well, we'll get them moving, right? Just send them in this direction. We'll have 3 wedge formations moving in that way. I don't know how fast that war is going to get declared, but were we gonna move Thutmose at some point? We probably were. I don't remember what we were gonna do with Thutmose, but they're like 23 turns from crafting a masterpiece. I don't know if those are awesome or not, but okay, we're currently building a butcher shop, sir. What did it took me over here for? Oh, because we're our crafting. We do need more feasts, actually, technically speaking. So we go with like 5 more feasts just to make sure we've got a bunch of them. We're gonna switch this over to food. Put the wealth in it as well. Let's bring it every 3 turns, just the food. That's probably fine. Just keep cranking them. Okay, so that should be getting burnt down, and we'll continue moving across. We have dwelling going in there. That'll be fine until they grow. They're getting a farm. They're gonna finish that butcher shop finally, which I'm fine with. Let's get some. We got a bunch of cattle, so let's get some salted meats or whatever, cured meats, so we can use those for both as boosts, but also for amenities possibly. This dock should almost be in 2, right? Which is going to be a big deal for that city. And we also need to get our dock in our capital, which is probably the next thing we'll do there. And then we'll be off. We also need to get a monument down. Actually, Neza's going to go dock into monument because we want that monument in as fast as possible. Next turn. Here we go. Raised a city. Raised a city and we got an achievement. All right. That's gone. We now go here. We're going to go here real quick like. We're going to use this before we forget to use it. And, ooh, do we want access to the saffron? Or do I want access to this? And I'm going to take this. We'll take that. Boom. Done. Love to see it. These guys are damaged, so what I'd love to do is have them move up here. Then we'll heal them on the next turn. We'll prep for other things. No more metal ingots available to get those metal tools out, so yeah, we gotta get someone somewhere to get iron. We have no iron. We almost have to get a city up here just to get access to the iron. That's what we're gonna have to think about. Like, maybe we do need to get a settler out, and then Delhi becomes just again, we just burn it once again. I'm gonna have to think about that for a second. So I'm not gonna craft the settler yet, but it'd be nice to get the Republic triggering event so we can switch to a Republic. That would increase our city cap by a ton. All right, that cache had 15 timber only. That's kind of fun. Got a military force? What are they sending at us? They have a line. They have a line formation of a spearman, an archer, and a swordsman. And how's that going to go for them? They are going to win that against our wedge. Okay. So these guys will reinforce into that battle, so that we will in fact crush them instead. And these guys will come heal. Then we'll heal everybody up, and we'll prep for a second war. I guess we need more military. We need more military. We might do like a square formation or something like really potent. Farm complete. Docks complete. So let's go over to this city and switch up our expert alignments. We might as well pull out of this. We'll go into the docks. Okay, and again, the docks gets us that 10% production. Oh my gosh, it gets us the 20% production. I forgot. This game was formed before patch 1.1, so some of the balancing stuff didn't go through. They nerfed the docks to a 15% bonus when you put an expert there. We get 20% bonus still. So docks are still totally OP in this game, which is funny. It was a good nerf. The docks were arguably too powerful, right? Like, they were arguably too powerful. Okay. We are 9 of... We almost need a dwelling. Can we get the monument? Monument is a 10-turn build, and we're growing at 11, so we have to go dwelling first. So dwelling into monument in this city. So we want both of those buildings are going to go in our city center, right? I'm gonna put it here for our dwelling. So again, dwelling gets that +2 bonus for being in the city center, and if we look at the monument, this gets us +1 bonus prestige per turn if built in your city center. So if you ever build a monument outside of a city center, not great. And my general line of thinking is your capital city will typically get your palace because you want to get that first. You get access to it first. So your capital city gets the palace. The palace is also a city center building. But you don't want to stack your palace and your monument together because that takes up 2 spots in a city center, which eliminates you have lack of ability to put dwellings in for that city. So your first city typically is going to get your palace. Your second city typically, or your second biggest city, is going to get your monument building in the city center as a city center building. So just to be aware of that. I like to split them because then you have more space for dwellings to get that dwelling bonus. Eventually, you're going to have to pick other territories to put dwellings in to keep your housing up. But you want to maximize your dwelling spots in your city center as well as some of those key city center buildings. And there's at least one other, if not more, other city center buildings later on that you get access to. So just something to think about in the future as well. Okay, docks are done. Our wedge healed. We got minor losses here, but that's okay. We're going to flip that fight by reinforcing it. At least I think that's how that works. This unit is now idle. Let's go grab this one first. Get our choice of stuff. The Daman tribe have become so enamored with your nation that their people have immigrated to Kalyan Dambi. So Kalyan, good thing we got that that dwelling in because this population have moved in, bringing with them 50 materials. Best gift. That's okay. Our city in the north has reached a population milestone, and that will give them access to grain stores for improved growth. They will also have... Well, we should switch to the expert. The expert is currently in there, and we should put the expert in... Oh, sorry, the farm's not done. We'll put the expert in the farm as soon as the farm is done in 8 turns. Man, should we rush that? No, I'm not going to rush that. We're not going to rush it. But we will expand. And the expand was going to be... Let me just double check again. We want to get up to this wheat, and that they are pushing towards it right now. We also want access to this tile to get our docks in, but I think we need to push to this wheat first. I think that needs to be the play. So let's go north with the claim so that we can get the wheat on our next growth and hope that they don't take it with Milano. That's going to be... I was going to go over here first before we started going up there, but I think it's going to be more important for us to grab. This is a 6 zone territory. Also plump. In fact, that's going to be... I bet we put like a granary or something on there and a bunch of farms. That's going to be like granary and farms land. Well, let's check. Only got 2 food. But it is... Well, this one's got 4, depending on how many territories it has. We might just granary it even though it only has 2 food. We'll have to see. It's not the greatest spot for a bunch of farms, but there's a lot of good land for other things here too. So, I mean, we can figure out what we want to do there. We could even put a workshop in and some production buildings. All right, craft queue is empty in Kalyan. We're currently doing well on those. So what I'm checking when I look at this, right, is the production per turn and the consumption per turn. If the production per turn is higher than the consumption per turn, then I know I don't have to be building either of those things. So we could build something else if we wanted to with this gathering hall. It doesn't have to be a feast or a code of laws. Like we could go over and build a strategy codex or a codex or a jewelry. I don't think we have the bonuses. Yeah, we still don't have any precious stones or anything like that. So we're not going to do jewelry yet. Strategy codex gets us plus 15 city security. That could be potentially useful. And codexes allow us to... They're accelerators for different things, right? Use 5 timber towards this. I'm not particularly keen on that. These are expensive, eh? Very expensive to get these in. I guess the 5 wealth is a pretty cheap investment. So like we'll invest in, I don't know, we won't build too many of these, maybe like 3 of them before we reassess that. City has been raised and destroyed. Goodbye, new aggro. Goodbye. Possibly good riddance. Okay. I think we should actually get the dock in this city, maybe. We're gonna put the dock in over here, right? Maybe we just get the dock in to get the production increased. 17 turn build though. So that's a potent amount of time. But hopefully the city keeps growing, right? So let's go docks right here. Get the docks in. Again, we have the expert already. We want to get the docks in as fast as possible for that production bonus. 3 turns left in the war. Let's move along. We have siege warfare now, so we can build walls, catapults, bowmen, and we get this legion formation as well with the shield wall, phalanx formation. Oh, phalanx formation is probably what we want to do. Maybe we get a phalanx formation out. Melee infantry, or a shield wall even. Shield wall seems good. Oh, that's for fortify strength. This is all just plus 10 strength. I like a phalanx maybe. The phalanx has the plus 10 strength on all units, and it's just straight melee infantry. Just like crank melee infantry into that. What I'd love to have is a formation for cavalry, which would be really nice. Okay, let's go grab hospitality so we can get our inn in. Our inn in. Yep, we said that. We did it. A couple regions claimed. Some tools created. We're no longer receiving bread from Italy. Why am I not surprised, you know? Man, I'd love some... Trying to get some metal ingots. There's no way. He's gonna spend those, right? No way. New butcher shop is complete. Perfect. Number 1, let's go set our policies on said butcher shop. Metal tools into mythic tools into power fuels. We got those set up, and then we'll get them crafting. We don't have any fish to build the fish with, I don't think. Although, can you boost the fish with other things? We can boost the fish with 3 wealth. So here's what I know or have been told about fish, is that the salted fish are better to craft than the cured meats because the salted fish are used as accelerators on other things. So you can turn the salted fish into better things, I think like gourmet meals and stuff like that, where the cured meats maybe don't do that quite as much. They both provide very similar effects, right? 10 food, 10 health as an amenity. It only lasts for 3 turns. Same thing. Oh, these last for 4 turns. So the cured meats actually would be a really nice amenity for us. So maybe I will do that because I do think we need another amenity. I might go cured meats actually. Scrap that. Let's go cured meats. See, the thing is we have... Oh, you know what? I forgot. It doesn't use cattle. I always think it uses cattle, but it doesn't. It uses cattle here. Okay, so we can't get the 150 still, so that's fine. We can't double that up unless we put wealth towards it. And I'm not even sure it's worth the extra turn that we'd get out of it for that wealth. But I think we put the cattle in it. Like, cattle is, like, pretty easy to put that in. So let's go cattle. We get them every 3 turns, and we'll just set that to crank. And we could use those if we need to as, like, a supplement to get extra amenity pockets in for those. They're pretty nice bonuses, actually. They only last 4 turns, which is kind of a big deal, right? All right, we have reinforced into this fight, so we now have victory in 2. That feels good. And again, it's all of this is like all or nothing stuff, right? So let's have this guy move up before we heal him. Just in case they reinforce that fight again, we will also be prepared to reinforce that fight. Major gains in our battle. Our swordsman has been promoted. I'd like to see that. And we have idle units. Get some hunts done. City is leached to population. Double growth because of the tribe, right? The tribe came in, and so I believe that our grab will just be the same. We just come down here and grab... Right, we're just taking New Agra's land. This is the best grab for us. This is a nice spot for, like, maybe pyramids or something. We don't have what it takes to build pyramids yet, and I think we won't be building it quite yet. And we probably have other options for that in other cities, too. But let's go New Agra. We'll now have taken New Agra. Okay, so we've got both of those in. So baskets or code of laws would be nice here. Do we want the production or do we want the security and the knowledge? I think I'm going to go with baskets actually here. Although the 10-15 gets us to our golden ages faster. Let's go code of laws. I think code of laws is good. It buffs our numbers up a bit more to get these numbers down here, right? Our golden age numbers, because our city health and our city stats go up. The more city stats are up, the more golden age numbers you get, the more progress you get towards those, and so you want to keep those going if at all possible. All right, our capital is done because they finally got that piece in. Monument is already going down, so we don't need to focus on that. Food is fine in the city currently. We've got a bunch of different things we could build. we eventually will want to put an altar here, but I really think what we need is the docks, right? We definitely want docks. Although I think I want to go workshop into docks. We're down a workshop. So let's go workshop into docks, and we're going to do it all in this territory here. We're going to workshop here in this territory, and then we'll docks right there. So we'll get the workshop in 3 turns, then we'll go docks. I think that's the right play for this territory. And we're working our way down to this rice as well with our growth when we grow in that city. Okay. Let's see. We'll get a couple more turns in here probably. Let's get this fight over with and see what kind of military he's left with. Victory again. Love to see it. You love to see it. Region claimed. We've got a couple regions claimed. Crafting things is going well. We got a cache. Ooh, we got a real nice cache. So keep this in mind. We got a cache with 15 timber in it a couple turns ago, right? Now we collected a cache with 100 wealth, 2 precious stones, and a precious metal. Ooh, that is so potent. Damn. Okay. This guy's winning. This guy's winning fights over here. We'll get him to keep doing his thing. You converted one of Italy's heretic cities. Our relationship is dropping with him, but we don't care. Here's our battle report. Crushing his army. We will move these guys down into here. It puts all our armies in the same spot, which is actually a little bit frightening. We'd like to be able to kind of pick and choose where they go. But we can't actually get to his city during the war, so here's the current, like, we got 52 war weariness. What are we getting right now? We're actually getting a happiness penalty for that. On top of the fact that we're getting a happiness penalty for being at war. He's at 77% though. He has 3. Oh, it tells us he has 3 active forces here. We've won 3 battles. He's won 1. But he burnt down one of our cities. So we'll see what happens with that at the end of our next turn, I believe, right? So that'll be the next episode probably, unless we go fast. We might be able to go fast. Spearman is busy. We already sent him to do stuff. We've successfully converted the Italy city of Zico to your religion of madness. Perfect. Love to see it. Units are idle. Oh, it's a straight peninsula. How fascinating. It's just a little, that is such a cool little thing. I love it. I want to put a city up here just for the fun of it. All right. Unit idle. We're going to have these guys are going to heal. Where's our heal button? Wait until healed. And then, yeah, we can get another turn. Let's see how a war ends in this game. See how a war ends. All of our units are together now, which is slightly terrifying. All right, accelerator depleted. No grains available, so we need to get grains in. Is this farm in yet? We need to get that farm in so we can get grains. We got 2. We got that. That's our biggest option for grains right now, right? It's just that. So we need to keep cranking grains whenever we can. We're constantly out of grains. Time of peace has begun. You may declare war with India in 20 turns. So I don't love that. He declared war on me. I should be able to declare war on him whenever I darn well please. That's my personal opinion. I have to wait 20 turns to declare my war on him. That's fine. We'll get a couple more units out in that time, and we'll just sweep through, and we'll just do the whole thing. We'll burn. Well, maybe we might even capture both the cities. I'm not even sure. I do think that since we have to wait 20 turns, that we should craft a settler. We should craft a settler and just go settle something up here. Oh, he got the wheat. He got the wheat. Wow, that was fast. He's all the way out there. Okay. Well, we thought we were going to get the wheat. So I think we need a city out in here to grab iron. We need an iron-producing city. So I think we need to craft a settler somewhere. Maybe out of Neza after they get their dwelling done. Oh, no, because they're going to build the monument. They're going dwelling into monument. Maybe out of our capital. Probably do it fast, sooner rather than later, right? Maybe after this dock. No, that's long construction. I don't know. Maybe we should just buy one? Just buy it out? Where's our highest level? Highest production is probably here. That'd be a long walk, though. But it's still probably worthwhile, right? We just buy it out. Neza is probably closer. What's our production in Neza now? 22. What's production in the capital? 26. It's like negligible. Get there a little faster if we go Neza. Oh, but their dwelling is almost done. You know what? Let's just do it here. grab the settler. We're gonna bump it up, and then we're just gonna buy it. It's gonna cost us 250. Boom, done. Get a settler, because we have a city cap. We'll get a settler. We'll put him up here somewhere. We'll find whatever like a 5 or 6 territory is up here. I don't even care that it's in between Italy. We just need to get iron, essentially. That's the whole goal of that city. Based on how this game has gone, you know exactly what's going to happen here, right? Italy is going to come down, and right as we're about to settle this, Italy's going to put a city right here. I almost guarantee that at this point. Okay. Our wedge force is healed 24 and is now fully healed. So we got 1 wedge force fully healed. And I'm literally just going to move them into, like, split positions, right? But, like, close to each other. We're going to, like, move them around, though. We might as well stay in our territory, though, eh? I don't know. I'm going to move them up here. The fully healed one can go there. This guy lost 35 health, but he's still good because he's got 60, so we could just have him keep hunting. Idle. This guy's going to wait until healed. And that accounts for both of them, I believe, right? Because they're together, so they'll both be healing. City has received a population milestone. Oh, good. Our new Coahuila city. Oh, we forgot to put this in. Oops. That's on me. That's on me. Okay, so we're going to go here and get, like, more food. We go up here just to stop them from expanding. We do back here. Maybe we go back here. We go back here again. I think I'm going to go back here again, actually, you know? Back this way. Grab this 5 territory. And we'll put a workshop in there. Might even put the workshop in right away. I'm going to stop on the dwelling. Grab a workshop immediately. Yeah. Oh, wait. We don't have that till next turn. Silly. Silly. We know that. Craft queue is empty. And let's see. We got... Oh, but nobody crafting Code of Laws. We'll have this guy get on the Code of Laws train again. Let's get another 5 of those out. War inconclusive. I accept that result. I accept it. War has ended between Mexico and India. Conflict has reached its limitation of 25 turns. Agra was raised. Coahuila was raised. This was a 5 city. His was a 3. Arguably, he made the bigger impact for sure. Although, we only lost 1 wedge formation. He lost 3 battalions. He lost 3 battalions. That's, what, 9 units to our 3 units? So... but because we both lost a city and units, I'm fine with them calling this inconclusive. The next war will not be so inconclusive. I accept this. I accept this result. In honor of New Coahuila, though, we will burn the rest of this kingdom to the ground. It will happen. Let's check really quick. Standings. Ashoka is all look. He's already going to be forgettable. We might as well destroy him before he gets. Before he gets, like, just disappears. He's doing poorly. Military strength. He's still got a 76 military strength, so he's still cranking units. He was at war with someone else, too. How was he at war with someone else? He was at war with an unknown? We know Germany. We know Italy. So he's at war with someone over here. Oh, there's mountains right there. He connects to that? Oh, he pushed war over here as well. We got to get our scout back around while we're at peace. We'll get our scout around and see what the heck's going on over here. This continent extends further. It goes north to Germany because we know Germany's up there, and then it doesn't stop. It connects into whatever this is because he was at war with somebody else. Fascinating. All right, that will do it for today's episode. A fascinating conclusion to our war with India. And next week, we see just where the game will take us in a short time of peace before retribution, which will hopefully be swift. And we're going to have to build more military, apparently. If you like the content, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next week.